What's going on, folks? Mr. Soul of a Man building. Um, so we are talking about tonight. We're talking about seeing the unseen, and we are talking about the spiritual gifts of being able to. Let me see if I get crazy little thing to work here. No. Let me see. All right, cool. I'll work with that. Cool. So wherever you are, happy Thursday out there, folks. With Silver Man, we are back. So wherever you are, I hope that you're warm and you're good, you're safe. It is cold out there, man. I am in the south, so yeah, it is cold, and it's cold outside. Anyway, um, so we are talking about the unseen, and that part of your journey. When you start to realize that this thing is naturally here. Let's see. All right. Let's see what that holds. All right. So yeah. So being able to see the unseen and being able to see it being able to see it and not just see it, but really vibe with it and if you're having prophetic dreams, like just being able to see these things in the natural, man, is very powerful. It's very, 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 very powerful. You know what? Yeah, let me see. Hold on, she's even around, but yeah, it's very powerful, and especially when you don't have, especially when you don't have anybody there per se to let's just say if you don't have like a mentor, somebody to make it all make sense. You know how we will see in the movie, you'll have like a changing of the guard. You'll have some like the older person showing this younger person, like all of this, whatever that they're, the spiritual stuff, and like showing them how to use their powers and, so on and so forth. Sometimes, like for me, I naturally didn't have that. I really and truly, I didn't. I didn't have anybody there to in a physical sense. I didn't have anybody. Hold on, let me see. People are probably trying. And yes, naturally, I didn't have anyone there to help to walk to for me to help me to walk through this spiritual journey. A lot of it, um, I guess, our guides, I guess they know, I guess they know, like they know when that like something in you, like they a lot, they know better than us. I'll just say that. So they knew that there was something in me that could handle this. The first time, like the first time I like saw an angel on this plane. I was at, I was really at, I was like at my job, and I, imagine having to deal with that and stay calm, and that, it wasn't, you know, like an angels come in the Bible. They say, what did they say? They'll say something like "fear not" or something like that. You know, yeah, something like "fear not." But but in anybody, I just feel like anybody else in that sense. You know how people freak out. It's like we look at movies, but when things in a movie start to become real, when it again, I've done my searches on. I've heard people talk about all kind of supernatural stuff. Vampires and mermaids and all. And ancestors and so on and so forth. It really does get real when you're in. It really does get real when you're in a situation and you're seeing this. Um, you're seeing one of the beings. Really and truly. Now, this is your first time. I don't know why this thing is always acting weird. Okay, there we go. Yeah. So it's interesting when it's yeah, it's almost it is. It's like go time. Like really and truly. You know. It is really and truly like go time, and it's like when you're when you're up at night and you're hearing noises and like for me, I would ancestors moving around in here, and I would see, people talk about um seeing like out of the corner of your, and normally you think um when you're not going through stuff like that, and you see somebody, you see and you hear somebody talking about these things, it's like, oh well, that person's out of their mind. They should be in an institution somewhere, with the jacket hugging themselves, till you start to hear you know hundreds of thousands of people talking about this stuff. Then how can you deny all of those people? So everybody's not, everybody's not going to be like out of their mind if people are talking about, you say, oh, those people wear the tinfoil hats. That's that crowd. Until you start having these experiences, until you start having these experiences for yourself. Again, this is your first time watching me. Don't forget to follow. Let's see. That'll work. Yeah. Anyway, don't get the fact. So we're talking about being able to see the unseen, and when for me it was seeing seeing ancestors, and being at the point where was interacting, seeing them like in real time, having dreams, having daydreams, um seeing them, like I said, when I was at work, you know and like how do you go to your job, and you're having these you're having like these massive experiences, like really and truly you're having these massive experiences, and you're and you have to um you get some kind of way, you got to get through the day, like for real. Remember, I was goodness, I don't know what's thing. It's just, no, I didn't want to do that. Yeah, so and it's very stressful, and I would go outside, and I would just start to see it was like day-to-day thing. I would start to see who that. Oh, I would start to see and welcome folks. I was start, I was seeing like spirit animals, like for real. I remember one day I really don't go to work, but I was walking outside and this black cat, it's like a black cat had like a little white stripe or something. The cat would like not like I was walking and I think I caught a video of the cat. It should be, I don't know, somewhere on my on my social media. But I caught a video of the cat, like the cat would like not leave my side, and I like I tried like, okay, I gotta go to work and I can't take you with me. It was like the cat was just standing there, like standing there, standing guard, know. It's been, and I think I have a video up of I was home one day and I saw like this. It was like this angel wing was on the wall. You know how the light will like hit the blinds and you will see a shape of something, whatever, whatever. Never seen this before. Like I've never seen it, and that's why I try to take pictures and stuff like that. Because if you don't, of course, how these people say if it's not on video and what I'm saying, it's like people say, well, hey, there are mermaids in the ocean. It's like every video is all grainy, nothing is, so sometimes it's hard to fathom. Sometimes it's hard to believe that these things are real. Until people start to see orbs, floating in the skies, and um, so you know people start to see orbs floating in days, and they're saying we're being visited and all of this stuff, and it's not just one person, it's people. So it's like, oh, anyway. Yeah, so it's not just one person talking about, like, people everywhere, so it's interesting enough to say that um the stuff that we see in movies is really and truly happening. And I do some deep dives on this. That's one cool thing I'll say about. And again, folks, don't forget to follow your shoe. That's one thing um, I'll say about this app is that, man, the search engine part of it, really cool. Everything else, well, that's debatable. But um, but yeah, so one thing I can say for you is that something is about to transpire in your life. Like, that's interesting. Yeah, but something really and truly is about to transpire in your life. If you have been getting messages, it feels like something like it feels like you're about to be relocated somewhere. It really and truly, it feels like you're about to be, really and truly feels like to be relocated. Something, um, what's going on, Professor? Is like something that's asking for, something that is there, like really, really and truly, like something in your life is something in your life is about to shift. There's a new takeover. I'll say that. I'll really and truly say that there is a whew, there's a new takeover. But if you are going through some kind of a journey, something, whatever you're going through, and you feel like why you'll say like, oh well, thank you for the follow. You'll say like, oh man, like, why me? Well, why not you? Why not you? I mean, we all want to feel different. We all must unmistaken. We all want to feel kind of different, unique. We all want to feel like some kind of love from somewhere. You know, so somebody's been having like these prophetic dreams, these visions since like you were at the age of 12. man. And for good, for good, bad, or indifferent, you felt like, and it's like you wanted to tell people, but you didn't want to be judged. But now it. Ugh, this thing. You know what? Let me see. But now it just feels like you're at a point where you're not going to be able to hide it anymore. Like really and truly, like I'm here. There's a calling for you to go out and there's really and truly calling for you to go out. So it's not time for you to so we're not in we're not in a time of make believe. Like this is real. These things are actually happening. You're going to continue to see these things. There's no so there's no denying and there's no denial. Like really and truly, it's so come this battle for you've been in this battle too long now, like way too long. Like you're a seer. You're and a powerful one at that. See, this thing is doing all kind of weird stuff. But yeah, so you're a seer, and oh, thank you for the heart. Yeah, so you're a seer in a very much so a very much so a very much so powerful one at that. But you've been on this conscious level for a long time. You've been in this bubble. It's almost like two dualities. There's the real you people see, every day. Then there's that part of you that you deal with it maybe when you get home or whatever like that. Like like in the beginning you had these headaches or whatever like that because it's almost like you were in it's like you were in denial. It's almost like your perceptions of reality have been changing. So they've been peeling back these layers and you got all of this power. You naturally just, kind of weird stuff. Yeah, so naturally, you have all of this power that's inside of you that's ready to burst out and don't follow folks. You really and truly have all of this power. And, none of this is a lot of, a lot of it is just destiny, lineage based. This is just who you are. You're gifted, special, unique, own it, really and truly, on it. Some of you see beyond these numbers that, some people see, the 111, the 1212, the, I don't know, 777, 888, all that stuff. You see beyond that. You really and truly. Hey, split. Um, yeah. So, it's like you've been, you're, some people will say, oh, that's not right. That's demonic and blah, blah, blah. No, it's a blessing. It's a gift because a lot of us just a lot of us are just awakened and we a lot of us didn't I don't well, people I don't know what you believe in, but it's not like we say, oh I want superpower. Who didn't want superpower? In the comic books and stuff like that. But it's like you want these gifts until not saying like, oh, I gotta get real. No, not just to say that it gets real when when you can feel, maybe you become like family because they see something that's different with you. They can't pull the rug over your eyes anymore. You can tell exactly who they are. You know that even though you may have love for people in your family, they may not necessarily have all love for you. And that's why we are talking about being able to that's what we're talking about, being able to see the unseen. And it's like they can't pull the rug, or they can't pull the rug or the wool over your eyes anymore, because it's almost like it's almost like having a sense of it's almost like having a sense of knowing. And these gifts are really going to help you to explode on different scenes. They're going to help you to propel, to get you to where you want to go. So you just is the fortune card. I just use these cards so that these are just so that it's almost like show and tell. Because if I sometimes, like, if I say something, it may just kind of sometimes you say something may go over somebody's head until they get a different kind of explanation. It's like, mm, let me see. Yeah, just leave that alone. Anyway, so you're at the point where things are really and truly starting to align for you. Really and truly starting to align for you, in your life. And it is a time for you now to move. Everything is forward. Yes, with all of the crazy stuff that is happening in the world. Yes, we see that Rome is burning, and that's just an understatement. If you whoever can't see that, I don't know. I don't know what to say at this point. I don't. I don't go out. I don't fight with people. I just come on here, say what I have to say, and I just go about my business. I have my own stuff that I have to do, but I try to stay obedient and come on here, and maybe something that I say will help someone out there in some kind of way, just to know that you're not alone in your walk. You're not alone. You're not alone in your journey. I know, like, it may feel like that, but just know that you're not alone. Like that Michael Jackson song says, "You are not alone." But I'll just say that you do have some travel coming in. You have some. That looks like you have some money opportunities coming in also. Um, Also to believe. I'll just say to believe, not to believe, but just to believe in yourself. Talking about faith on your faith walk, on your faith journey, because there's a collective of greatness that's inside of you. We're talking to those people that are going to, sometimes we don't think about that. Sometimes we don't think that the journey is bigger than us, that we go through so much. Sometimes we're like, oh, well, it's me, because of the stuff that we have to, the stuff that we have to handle. And we don't know that, sometimes we don't understand that we are not just fighting for us, but we're fighting for the people that are going to come after us. Yes, just in your daily life, and just the things that you do, and the things that you have been through. So it's very important to write these things down. About your life, about your biggest, your greatest battles. And who's to say, I don't know, 50 years from now, someone sees a picture of you and says, "Oh, that's my relative," thing about them. So leave something, behind, so that they'll know who you are. At least write something down about your life. Not just some obituary with a few words. That doesn't cover it. It doesn't cover every thought, every emotion, everything that you've been through. So try to write something down. We don't think like this. We think of, like, leaving, financial. That's great. It's leaving you, but I'm just saying, leave something um, about your life for those that come after you, so that they'll know, and that they'll understand that maybe that they can find some kind of commonality, and you were and what they went through and how you walked and how you talk. And now, we have this technology and videos and all of this stuff that can document all of these things. So, so do something to leave of, yourself behind for the people that are going to come after. Just think about that. But yes, but in the bigger picture, yes, things are changing. This battle and this fight is very, very, very real out here. It very, very, very much is. So, even though sometimes we want to go to bed and wake up and say, oh, it was just a dream. No. And the times that we're living in, it would be nice to just feel like that. Just like, just all a dream. Wow. Glad that didn't happen. But, uh, where are we? Oh, 26 minutes in. But yeah, so we were just talking about seeing the unseen, and it's very even if you don't see it, even if you feel it and you feel like something is unlocking in you, something is unlocking around you. Go with that feeling. Go within that spirit. Talk to God, talk to the Holy Spirit, invoke them. Let them come into your life. Let them help you to change things, to unlock things. Don't just think that all of those tears were just wasted. Just know that all of those tears were collected. I was thinking about that, like, how can you wrap your mind around that? That the tears that you cry in sorrowful times are collected, maybe by angels, and things of that nature. But I know that sometimes it's hard for people to kind of, it's you're thinking, you're changing, you're really trying to change the way that you're thinking and perceiving these things. And know that knowing that you are special and that you are anointed in different ways. And I remember, I'm sure my mother had a prayer closet because she was at church like every day, man, on my dad's side. And her and my aunt, they would say, pray 3 times a day. And, I'm getting better with that. Like sometimes I'll just wake up late and I'm like, well, you know what? Let me pray. Let me read a Bible. Let me read the scripture. Let me do something. Because, I'm figure out I'm waking that early in the morning for something, like seriously. We may not be able to do it like, through days, they said Enoch weeks, in a cave by himself with God, just communing. And when he came out, people said he felt like something different, like he felt like something out of this world. We may not be able to do that. We may not have it on that level, but we could take a few minutes, an hour or two, or something like that to praise, give thanks. You never know how much that can change in your life. I know you might, but yeah, I'll just leave y'all with that. But yeah, thank y'all for hanging out to let y'all know. I am also an author of a few books. Dream the Impossible Done by Miss TJ Inspires. Also, it's Princess Destiny in Her Magical Hair, and Soul of a Man, Portrait for the Mind, Body, and Soul. Ladies and gentlemen, these books are available right now. If you like to get one, they are $15.25. Just hit me up in the back channels, and we'll be more than happy to ship one out to you. But all right, man, I'm gonna go ahead on and shut this bad. But don't forget to follow, folks. We'll be back on here tomorrow. What's today? Today is Wednesday. Yeah. Ooh, hump day. But yeah, I will definitely be back on here on tomorrow, and we will get this thing